Welcome in RBC Online. I am Dattatri Raut. I have to deliver the new aspect in the cell, the unit of life. So, today we are going to discuss about the prokaryotic cell. Now, the prokaryotic cell, in previous video we are to discuss about the cell structures and the silent feature of the cells. Today we are going to deliver the prokaryotic cell. In the prokaryotic cell, which is the present in the prokaryotic organisms, and so that in the chapter number 8, the cell, the unit of life. So in the RBC Online by Dattatri Raut, there are the different videos regards to the heredity and variations, and also the human health and diseases, molecular basis of inheritance, cells. There are the number of videos in RBC Online by Dattatri Raut. So in this today's lectures, the unit of life. In the unit of life, the cell. Now today we are to discuss in details, in brief, the prokaryotic cell. Chapter number 8, the cell, the unit of life, the prokaryotic cell. In the prokaryotic cell, we are going to discuss about the cell envelope and its modifications, and then goes to the ribosomes and inclusion bodies. Today, now let us start. Now in the prokaryotic cell, the prokaryotic cell are represented by the bacteria, blue-green algae, mycoplasma and PPLO, pleuropneumonia-like organisms. Now the prokaryotic cell are the present in bacteria, blue-green algae, mycoplasma and PPLO. Then they are the generally smaller and multiply more rapidly than the eukaryotic cell. Their multiplication of the prokaryotic cell is rapidly than the eukaryotic cell. As compared to the eukaryotic cell, prokaryotic cell are generally smaller one, but are the rapidly multiplication as compared to the eukaryotic cell. They may be vary greatly in shape and size. All the prokaryotic cells are not in a same shape and size. There are the 4 basic shapes of the bacteria. There are the 4 basic shapes of the bacteria, which are the known as the bacillus, which is the rod-like bacillus species of this prokaryotic cell, which is the rod-like. Coccus, which is the shape is the spherical one. Then goes to the next basic shape of the bacteria is the Hevero, comma-shaped bacteria are the present. Then goes to the spirillum, spiral shape. There are the greatly in shape size bacteria, bacillus, which is the rod-like. Coccus is a spherical, Vibrio is comma-shaped, and spirillum spiral shaped. In this way, there are the varies greatly in shape and size, not a similar one, which is the basic shapes in this. A question may be make here designed for the NEET examination. Shape of the bacteria. Bacillus, coccus. Coccus is a spherical one. Bacillus is a rod-like. Now you look the pictures. The various shapes of the bacteria in various size and shapes. Shape of the bacteria now which look on these pictures. Coccus one is the spherical one. That will be another shape size in this. Coccus rounded. Bacillus is the rod shaped. Then another one is the spirulum, spiral shaped. And there are the different shape and size of the bacteria. Then goes to the about discussion to the organization of the prokaryotic cell is fundamentally similar, even though prokaryotes exhibit a wide variety of shapes and functions. Now, the organization of the eukaryotic cell is fundamentally similar, even though the prokaryotes exhibit a wide variety of shape and size and functions. Now, all prokaryotes have a cell wall. All prokaryotes have a cell wall surrounding the cell membrane. The fluid matrix filling the cell is the cytoplasm. Inside the prokaryotic cell, outer surrounding is the cell wall. The cell wall is surrounded to the cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane, there is a fluid is present, and that fluid matrix inside the cell is called the cytoplasm. It's called the cytoplasms, so that inside the cytoplasm there is no well developed nucleus. Inside the cytoplasm there is no well developed nucleus. The genetic material is basically naked. Genetic material is basically naked, not enveloped by the nuclear membrane. There is no well defined nucleus. The genetic material is basically naked, not developed by the nuclear membrane. That means know that inside the cytoplasm the genetic material is basically naked and not developed, not enveloped by the nuclear membrane. Nucleus is not found. Nucleus is upset. Nucleus is not well developed, so that inside the cytoplasm the genetic material is scattered in the cytoplasms. In addition to the genomic DNA, in addition to the inside the bacterial cell, in addition to the genomic DNA, in addition to the parental DNA, in addition to the mother DNA, a single chromosome circular DNA, many bacteria have a small circular DNA outside the genomic DNA. These smaller DNA are called as the plasmids. In addition to the genomic DNA, the single chromosomes circular DNA, that is a mother DNA, or that is known as the parental DNA. Many bacteria have a small circular DNA outside the genomic DNA, and these smaller DNA are called as the plasmids. Now this is called as the plasmids. Now these plasmids, which is the present many bacterial cell, in addition to the genomic DNA, in addition to the parental DNA, in addition to the chromosomal DNA, these are the only addition of the chromosome in addition to this DNA, that is known as the plasmid. So inside the prokaryotic cells. Now in the prokaryotic cell, now look the structure of this prokaryotic cell. This DNA strand inside the nucleoids, In nucleoids, a plasmid here present. Flagellum is present outside the growth. Ribosome is the only one cell organelles present inside the prokaryotic cell. Cytosols, capsule is present, also cell wall, cell membrane, a plasma membrane called as the plasma membrane. Outside the wall of the bacterial cell is the cell wall. Inside the next to the cell wall is the plasma membrane, and then after inside the cytosols are the present called as the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, DNA strand in a nucleotide present, scattered. Ribosomes, plasmids. Plasmid is the additional circular chromosomes are the present. These are the prokaryotic cells. Fimbriae is also present, outgrowths. Now discussing later on further discussion to this prokaryotic cells. In the prokaryotic cell, the plasmid DNA confirms certain unique phenotypic characters. To such bacteria, one such character is resistant to antibiotics. Resistance due to the presence of the plasmid DNA, which are having the unique phenotypic characters to such bacteria, to resistance to the antibiotics. Resistance to antibiotic, that means the bacteria are infect to this any organism that will have antibiotic treatment, that will be a resistance to antibiotic by the presence of the DNA plasmids. In higher classes, you will learn that this plasmid DNA is used to monitor bacterial transformations with foreign DNA. Another, in higher classes you learn about that the plasmid DNA. This plasmid DNA is used to the monitor the bacterial transformation. Used to the monitor to bacterial transformation with a foreign DNA. Now they fight with the bacterial transformation with the foreign DNA. Then nuclear membrane is found in eukaryotes. As compared to the comparison between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, nuclear membrane is found in eukaryotes. No organelles like the ones in eukaryotes are found in a prokaryotic cell except for the ribosome. Nuclear membrane found in a eukaryotes, no organelles like the ones in a eukaryotes. Now eukaryotes having the number of the cell organelles are found in the eukaryotic cell, but in prokaryotic cell except for the ribosomes. Only ribosome is the cell organelles which is found in the prokaryotic cell, and another cell organelles is not found in the prokaryotic cell. The prokaryotes have something unique in the form of the inclusions. Prokaryotes have something unique in the form of the inclusions. Now, a specialized differentiated form of the cell membrane, a specialized differentiated form of cell membrane called as the mesosomes is the characteristics of the prokaryotes. A specialized differentiated form of cell membrane. Now in the prokaryotic cell, specialized differentiated form of cell membrane called as the mesosomes is the characteristics of the prokaryotes. Mesosomes. Now the specialized membrane cell membranes are called as the mesosomes. Mesosomes is the characteristics of the prokaryotes. Now, in further goes to the study about the prokaryotic cell. Now look these pictures. Now these are the bacterial DNA, which is the mother DNA, chromosomal DNA, and another is a circular. A plasmid additional DNA is present in most of the bacteria. So many of the bacteria are contain the plasmids. So this plasmid, now which is the use in the number of in genetic research tools for the transformation principles. There is a very essential to this use. Then goes to the further discussion and brief discussion about the prokaryotic cell, the cell envelope and its modification. Now cell envelope and its modification inside that of, in the cell envelope, prokaryotic cell which are having the cell envelope and its modification that will be as per the requirement, as per the need of the performing the function inside the organism. So cell envelope and its modification is necessary to discuss, so that in the modification of the cell envelope and the cell structures. Now this cell envelope, cell wall, cell membrane is known as the mesosomes, and most prokaryotic cell, particularly the bacterial cell, have a chemically complex cell envelope. Most prokaryotic cell, particularly the bacterial cell, have a chemically complex cell envelope. Complex cell envelope. Now this complex cell envelope consists of tightly bound 3-layer structure. Cell envelope consists of the tightly bound 3-layered structures. Tightly bounded 3-layered structures. Now this 3-layer structure of this outermost is the known as the glycocalyx. These are the loose sheath, slime layer, followed by the cell wall, glycocalyx, followed by the cell wall, and then the plasma membrane is present. These are the 3 layers, tightly bound. Outermost layer is the glycocalyx, followed by the cell wall, and then the plasma membranes. So in this way, although each layer of the envelope performs distinct functions, they act together as a single protective unit. Although each layer of the envelope of the cell of the prokaryotes perform the distinct functions, perform the various function, distinct function, each layer of the cell envelope. It may be a glycocalyx, cell wall, and the plasma membrane. They act together as a single protective unit. They act together as a single protective units. So in regards to the bacteria are the better observed when stained. Now this how to this bacteria are the having this cell membranes, cell walls, and can be classified 2 groups on the basis of their differences in the cell envelopes and the manners in which they respond to the staining procedure developed by the Gram. Bacteria are better observed when stained. Because of that, on the basis of the differences in the cell envelopes and the manner in which they are respond to the staining procedures and developed by the Gram. Now these Gram staining procedures which are is essential to that of to clearly observe the bacteria. These are the section of the bacterial cell. Look at the pictures. There is a cell wall, then goes to the next to the cell wall plasma membrane, outer layers, that is known as the glycocalyx. A flagella is present, ribosome is also present, basal body is present, cytoplasmic inclusions are the present, then pili are the present, ribosomes, capsule, cell wall, DNA coiled into the nucleoids in the form of the nucleoids. These are the pictures of this section of the bacterial cell. So there are having the different parts. A flagellum, which are help for their particular functions. We are going to discuss later on further discussion to this function of the flagellum, pili. Then goes to the enfolding of the plasma membranes. So in regards to the further and brief discussion to this Gram staining. A Gram staining procedure. Now in the Gram staining, most followed the staining method is a Gram staining, and this Gram staining procedures or techniques developed by the Danish bacteriologist Hans Christian Gram. This Danish bacteriologist Hans, which are the invented in 1882. Later on this procedure is published in 1884 at the, so that Gram was studying lungs, these tissues section from the patient who had died of pneumonia, and then after this these procedures and techniques used to differentiate to large group of bacteria based on the different cell wall constituents, peptidoglycan, cell wall which is the made up of from the peptidoglycan, and technique which are used to differentiate to large group of the bacteria based on a different cell constituents, so that in this Gram, which is the Hans Christian Grams, which are the work on this lung tissue, studying on this lung tissue section from the patients who had died of pneumonia. At that times, this pneumonia is a bacteria caused the pneumonia to the patients. Number of the patients are died in that time. So that at that times Dr. Gram was studying and developed the Gram staining process, Gram staining techniques. So Hans Christian Grams. So in the Gram staining procedures, Gram staining is used to the differentiate to large group of the bacteria based on the different cell walls and different cell wall constituents, that is a peptidoglycan. In these staining procedures, Dr. Hans Christian Gram so developed the techniques, procedures used in the identification of the bacteria, that is known as the Gram staining processes. In the Gram staining process, Gram positive and Gram negative bacteria. In the procedures of this Gram positive and Gram negative, now this Gram positive and Gram negative, what happens in these procedures? The Gram positive, when are these stained under the bacteria cell envelope, pick up the Gram stained and another bacteria fixation, a crystal violet, iodine treatment, decolorization, counter stain safranin. Now this procedure goes to the thoroughly to identification of the bacteria, a gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. Stain it is picked up by the bacterial cell envelope and goes to the identify, and which is called as the gram positive, and gram negative those bacteria which are the not pick up the stain. And so these are the decolorization, counter stain safranin, so that staining procedure of the to the bacteria. Then goes to the those that take up the gram stains are gram positive, and others that do not are take up the gram stain called as the gram negative bacteria. Gram negative bacteria and gram positive bacteria, those take up the gram stain, and that is called the gram positive, and that will be not take the gram stain is called the gram negative bacteria. Glycocalyx differ in compositions and thickness among different bacteria. Glycocalyx differs in compositions and thickness among different bacteria. So in this, it could be a loose sheet called as the slime layers in some, and while in the others it may be a thick and tough called as the capsule. And this loose sheet and the capsule, loose sheet called as the slime layer in some, and while in others it may be a thick and tough called as the capsule layers, and loose sheet layer is called as the slime layers. So in this way, in that cell wall determines the shape of the cell and provide the strong structural support to prevent the bacterium from the bursting or the collapsing. Cell wall determines the shape of the cell and provide the strong structural support to prevent the bacterium from the bursting or the collapsing. Now the plasma membrane next to the cell wall, plasma membrane is a semi-permeable in nature and interacts with the outside world. This membrane is similar structurally to that of the eukaryotes. Cell membrane, which is the semi-permeable in nature, interacts with the outside the world with the prokaryotic cell inside world of the cell and outside the world of this these are the interacts. This membrane is similar structurally to that of the eukaryotics or eukaryotes. Now in this cell membrane, cell walls, and cell wall is the made up of the peptidoglycan in gram positive bacteria and neurine in gram negative bacteria. Now in this, it gives a mechanical strength to the cell wall, which is made up of the peptidoglycan in gram positive bacteria and neurine in a gram negative bacteria. It gives the mechanical strength to the cell. Cell wall is providing the mechanical strength to the cell. It gives a mechanical strength to the cell. So cell membrane is a phospholipid bilayer. Cell membrane is a phospholipid bilayer. All these structures gives a protection to the cell. All this structure of the cell wall gives a protection to the cell and also help in intercellular transportation. Also help in a intercellular transportation. That will be inside the cell, which are the take in a transportations, take a part in a transportation, plays a vital role in the intercellular transportations. Then in this way, a gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria, there is a cell wall structures. In this varies in the cell wall structures. Gram positive bacteria, which are the cell wall is made up of from the peptidoglycan, and in a gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria, murines in a gram negative bacteria is present in the cell walls. And cell membrane is a phospholipid bilayers. All these structure gives a protection to the cell and also help in the intercellular transportation. Now, in this further and brief discussion to this, proceed to the special membranous structure in the mesosomes, which is formed by the extension of the plasma membrane into the cell. A special membranous structures which is the present in the mesosomes, which is formed by the extension of the plasma membrane into the cell. These extensions are in the form of the vesicles, tubules and the lamellae. These extensions outside the cell of the plasma membrane in the form of the vesicles, in the form of the tubules, in the form of the lamellae, they are help in a cell wall formation. They are help, these are the extension of the plasma membrane into the cell, they help in a cell wall formation. DNA replication and distribution to the daughter cells, these are the functioning of this vesicles, tubules and the lamellae. DNA replication and distribution to the daughter cells. They also help in respiration, secretion processes to increase the surface area of the plasma membrane, and the enzymatic content. They also help in that respiration, secretion processes to increase the surface area of the plasma membrane and the enzymatic content. In the some prokaryotes like cyanobacteria, and this cyanobacteria is the photosynthetic cyanobacteria, are other membranous extension into the cytoplasm called as the chromatophores, while contain the photosynthetic pigment. Cyanobacteria is the photosynthetic bacteria, and there with the other membranous extension into the cytoplasm called as the chromatophores, and these chromatophores contain the photosynthetic pigments. In the photosynthetic pigment, these are the help in the process of the photosynthesis. These are the bacterial cell. In the bacterial cell, the DNA, mother DNA, plasmids, plasma membrane, ribosome, peptidoglycan cell walls, and inside this cyanobacterial cell, that is a photosynthetic cyanobacteria. In the photosynthetic cyanobacteria, which are having the cell wall, in a bacterial cell, which is the having the peptidoglycan cell wall. Cyanobacterial cell or the photosynthetic bacteria, cell wall, cell membrane, then having this ribosomes, then are the another parts of this cyanobacteria. In this way, in the further study of this bacterial cell, may be motile or non-motile. If motile, they have the thin filamentous extension from their cell wall called as the flagella. Bacterial cells, some bacteria are the motile and some bacteria are the non-motile. If the motile bacteria, they have the thin filamentous extension from their cell wall called as the flagella, then in this flagella, bacteria show the range in the number and arrangement of flagella. Bacteria are the show the ranges in the number and the arrangement of the flagella. The bacterial flagellum is the composed of three parts: filament, hook and the basal body. Each bacterial flagellum is composed of the three parts: filament, hook and the basal body. And this filament is the longest portion in the flagellum and extend from the cell surface to the outside. The filament is the longest portion and extends from the cell surface to the outside. Now in the filaments structure of the flagellum, which is the beside flagellum of flagella, pila and the fimbriae are also surface structure of the bacteria. A flagellum, pila and fimbriae are also the surface structure of the bacteria, but do not play a role in motility. Only flagella are the play the role in motility of the bacteria and locomotion of the bacteria. Pila and fimbriae only the surface structure of the bacteria. Now the pili are the elongated tubular structures made up of special proteins. Pili are the elongated tubular structure made up of special protein which help in intercellular communication. The fimbriae are also the surface structure of the bacteria, are small bristle-like fibers sprouting out of the cell for clinging to the support. Now this clinging to the supports, fimbriae are small bristle-like fibers sprouting outside the cell. In some bacteria, they are known to help attach the bacteria to the rocks in streams, also to the host tissue. In some bacteria, they are known to help attach the bacteria to the rocks in streams and also to the host tissues. So in these ribosomes and the inclusions bodies, there are the some inclusions and ribosome. Ribosome is the cell organelles which are the present only in the one cell organelles in the prokaryotic cell. So ribosomes and another including bodies, these are very important unique characteristics of these prokaryotic cells. So ribosomes, what is the ribosomes and what are the function of the ribosome in a prokaryotic cells? Why the ribosomes are the present in the prokaryotic cell? Only cell organelles including the bodies also. These ribosomes in prokaryotes are associated with the plasma membrane of the cell. In eukaryotes, ribosomes are associated with the plasma membrane. Associated with the plasma membrane of the cell. In prokaryote, ribosome associated with the plasma membrane of the cell. They are about the 15 nanometer by the 20 nanometer in size and are made up of the two subunits, 50S and 30S units, which when present together form a 70S prokaryotic ribosome. In prokaryotic ribosome, 70S ribosomes are the present. They are about the 15 nanometer by and 20 nanometer in size, and which is the made up of the two subunits. These two subunits is the 50S and 30S units, and when present togetherly form the 70S prokaryotic ribosome. Ribosome are the site of protein synthesis. Those are the present in a prokaryotic cell as well as in a eukaryotic cell also. And ribosome are the site of protein synthesis. Several ribosomes may attach to a single mRNA. Several ribosomes may attach to the single mRNA and form chain called polyribosomes or polysomes. Ribosomes are the site for protein synthesis. Several ribosomes may attach to a single mRNA. Several ribosomes may be attached to the single mRNA. At the time of the protein synthesis, form the chain called as the polyribosome or the polysomes. We say that will be called as the polyribosomes or the polysomes. So the ribosome of polysome translate the mRNA into the proteins. Ribosome of polysome translate the mRNA into the proteins. Now these proteins are help to the formation of the body structure of the prokaryotic organisms. In this way, ribosome is help in the synthesis of the protein to the translate the genetic information. This ribosome forming the polyribosome chain, and the polyribosome chain which are having the translate the mRNA into the proteins. So in this way, this mRNA into the proteins, ribosomes are the site for the protein synthesis, then goes to the inclusions of the bodies. There are the another bodies are the present inside the prokaryotic cell. Inside the prokaryotic cell, inclusions bodies, and these inclusion bodies is the inclusion bodies are the reserve material in prokaryotic cell, are stored in the cytoplasm in the form of the inclusion bodies. And so these inclusion bodies, these are not bound by any membrane system, lies free in the cytoplasm. These are not bound by any membrane system. Reservoir material in prokaryotic cell are stored in the cytoplasm in the form of the inclusion bodies. These are not bounded by the any membrane system, lies freely in the cytoplasms, freely float in the cytoplasms, which are the not bounded by the special type of the membrane system, freely lies, freely float inside the cytoplasms. These are the including bodies. These are the phosphate granules. Then What are the examples of the enclosing bodies? Phosphate granules, which are the not having the membrane bound systems. Cyanophycine granules. Then another example is the glycogen granules. These are the enclosing bodies other than the ribosomes, which is the freely float and lies freely in the cytoplasms. And gas vacuoles are found in the blue-green algae and purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. Gas vacuoles are found in blue, green and purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. Blue, green, purple and green photosynthetic bacteria have the gas vacuoles. So in this way, in the RBC online by Dattatreya Raut, we have to discuss about the all detail and brief information about the prokaryotic cell. If these videos are you to like, you have to like, then subscribe my channels, like my videos, share my videos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.